really weird when you have guests over in your like damn near studio apartment and like somebody closes the bathroom door. It was Max, whatever, we'll talk about that in a bit, but it was like, he walked into the bathroom, closed the door, I'm like, holy shit, the door can close. Morning. It's looking like a regular vlogging morning, but I'm actually going and taking a small trip into downtown Portland. Because Max is here, and he's going to a wedding down in Junction City, Oregon, at a country club. So he's got to take this thing called the Bolt Bus, which I've never heard of before, but and so I'm like, we got to find mass transit. I don't want to drive into downtown Portland because you got to pay for parking. I'm not rich, especially near the Pearl District. I've already sacrificed enough firstborns going into that area. So are you nervous for this wedding or whatnot?
No, I'm actually not nervous at all. I haven't seen a lot of these people in at least 5-something years, so I'm excited just to catch up with them again.
And your friend is from high school, right?
Yeah, he's from high school, and then he went to the Linfield College nursing campus, which is in Portland. I went to the one in McMinnville, but we still graduated.
They're like half an hour apart. Oh, sprinklers, yay, cool, awesome. Why are the sprinklers running at this time of the morning? Oh, are they turning off? Oh, they're turning off. Usually we're not leaving, we're not usually leaving this early, because Aaron wakes up late. But the flowers, they bloom. I haven't done my German lessons today yet. Who knows? We'll see what's going on in downtown Portland. We gotta make sure we catch this bus because the Bolt bus leaves at 9 o'clock and I'd rather get everywhere early. It's so weird to see this parking lot so empty because it's a TriMet parking ride. So every time in the morning it's like packed with cars. I don't know. I've had not nearly as much coffee as I typically have. All right, we made it downtown. Apparently I just found out apparently Max has high anxiety about homeless people, and I'm sitting here like, the dude's just carrying bottles and cans around to turn them in so he can get money to buy beer, because trust me, that guy doesn't smell like anything else and whatnot. So here's all the food carts. They're all closed because it's freaking weekend, but yeah, like some of them are getting ready to open up. Something smells like they're about ready to open up. Not sure what. That still may be beer. We're heading on up to the Bolt bus stop, which is 8th and Everett. So as long as I can grid Portland, which that's really low, and I feel like I'm gonna hit my head on that. That's the one thing I find weird about like Indian and Mediterranean places. They have such low-hanging things because their general populaces are short. So they have such low-hanging things, and I'm like, hello.
I'm sure you can't assume that completely, can you?
And so far I've already seen one person kind of walk ahead of when the light changes, and I used to do it when I was young and dumb, and then I was like, you know what, I don't need to stress about the street light. And then I find out that in Germany they will they will shame you if you walk against the light. Like, if your light is not red, if your light is red and the person like on that little street right there is red and you walk against the light, they will honk at you. Even if it's not their turn to go and you are not in their way, they will let you know that you are not following the rules. Because that's what people in Germany do. They follow the rules so that everyone else will have a nice time. That does not exist in America.
It doesn't exist to the same degree anyway.
Yeah, it's not pervasive throughout society. People follow rules because they're told to follow rules here in America, not because they feel they want to for the benefit of others, which is
flat out rebel.
Well, that's the thing, is I've been trying to tell people America built itself on rebellion. Now, understandable, a lot of countries did build themselves on rebellion, but America still thrives off its rebellion. And that's what Portland is kind of about. If you are here and you're rebelling, then you fit in. Even though that rebelling tends to move in one direction, it becomes mainstream.
You know, I've actually read enough history to know that it takes sometimes up to like 500 something years for a country to exist before that rebellion dies off. We aren't there yet.
Yeah, no. See, they're steel sperm.
Oh. I I never thought about it that way, but yeah, that's pretty much one.
How do you not see that as a sperm?
Well, I do, but I think I've been paying too much attention to going into Powell's to pay attention to that.
Oh yeah, the large bookstore. Yeah. Oh, pizza! Good lord.
I think I've been there before.
I was in there once. Oh, there's a button to push. I didn't even push the button and the light turned. Does that button thing even work? Like, what's going on here? I better start figuring out where I'm at because we're getting close-ish.
We're in
Whatnot.
the Alphabet District, and I think Everett's the E.
Oh God, it's the Pearl District. I gotta sacrifice a firstborn. But it's like, everyone says, oh my God, the Pearl is such a gay-friendly area. I can't believe someone used the word homo. You do realize that in the conversation, the guy says, I love you, man, no homo. Like, well, yeah, he's being very homophobic. I swear to God. You guys need to get out of your glass shells.
It's not as homophobic as it could have been.
But that's the thing is, a lot of these people are like, oh, I can't believe that they even, you know, said something mildly in the realm of derogatory. This is supposed to be gay friendly. I'm like, it's the Pearl District. There are rich people living here. I'll guarantee you them. You know, when it comes down to the most intolerant people on the planet, is stupidly rich people. Because they can afford to be intolerant. And the Pearl District is full of rich people. Look at that building! Poor people don't live in buildings that look like that.
Yeah. And it seems like they're always building a new one around here.
Well, it's because it's an up-and-coming area and whatnot.
But it's been up and coming for years and years and years is my point.
Yeah.
Because they keep building new stuff and tearing other stuff down.
It's gentrification. That's
Yeah.
really what it is. It's gentrification.
Well,
and we're literally not into the full Pearl area. We have a couple more blocks before we get into that because, I mean, the sidewalk's cracked. The Pearl District doesn't have cracked sidewalks. It's too nice for that.
It is, yeah.
But now we're getting into like tanning salons and a Ben & Jerry's and the fancy buildings. Like there's Oakwood, and I know a couple blocks is a fancy coffee shop. They were like, okay, well, we're gonna get you a fresh cup of, you know, regular brew coffee, $5. What? So yeah, now that we're on Everett, I'm gonna put the camera away and we're gonna figure out what's going on. Well, the Bolt bus is here. We found the stop, found a bunch of homeless people wandering around half drunk, or most of the way drunk. I can't really tell after a certain point. And the sun is causing lens flare. It's like J.J. Abrams down in this biz. I was having so much lens flare during the eclipse. I thought I was gonna burn my camera out. I was like, it's kind of already falling apart anyways. You can see how it's cracked back there.
Yeah. So you actually tried filming the eclipse.
I did actually film the eclipse. I didn't try to film the eclipse.
Did you wear those special glasses?
On my eyes, yeah. I put them in front of the camera every once in a while. Hang on, where are we at? My video.
Oh.
Get over
And
there.
it's still
When's it gonna
light
go dark?
out.
You know. It's dark. Oh God.
Yeah, you can kind of see,
Darkened.
as it right here,
Well, I was.
you can kind of see that there's a weird reflection. When it gets a little bigger, you can see it.
No. Call me in like an hour or two.
Literally, my friend Brad
Like,
called
literally,
me.
It's going dark right now. Bye.
This isn't Brad who lives down
In Nebraska.
In Nebraska, okay.
Mexico on this bus. They're striking up for Saturday market, it looks like. Awesome. There's the river. Everybody's out doing their thing. I'm getting a lot of side ducks at the waterfront. I'm like, I don't want side ducks. I'm sorry. To be fair, I'm like super jealous of the people that are out running, and I'm like, I kind of wish I could at least jog a little bit, but I gotta save my hamstring. Holy shit, that's a... I'm just looking for, you know, cams on my... Oh, blessed. Angelina's Greek gyros. Totally not sponsored, but still amazing gyros. Can't get one. Oh, that Mediterranean pepper smell. Oh my God. Oh, there's a slowpoke. I'm not tracking a walk on Samsung Health. I'm just sort of walking because I know the paths to walk to keep walking because it'll automatically track. But, ooh, Rufflecopter. Ruffle, 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 ruffle. Don't look into the sun. Don't look into the sun. Learn anything from Monday. Do not look into the sun. It's like the morning geese. The geese in the morning are... There's no evening geese. They're probably the same geese. They're just pecking away. Well, I'm staying on the path. Geese are deadly. Unless you play Dragon Realms and your Dark Familiar turns into a Grey Goose, then he's just an idiot. But that's how things go with Dragon Realms. That's a shout back. Is that nostalgia? I don't know. That just might be what we might call antiquities. Well, see, it's 9:09 now. I've been walking about 20 minutes. Again, I don't have a timer on this thing, so I'm down at the south end of the waterfront where the marina's at, and a floating restaurant. Oh, well, the thirst stuff is gone. Huh. Pack of Team Blue back there for Pokemon. I'm just going down to the end of the waterfront and I'm walking back up. I'm not doing anything special. Yeah, what I was meaning by the thirst is there's like a little brand of restaurants that were all like the Thirst Bar and Grill, the Thirst Restaurant, the Thirst Cantina or some bullshit like that. And I would take pictures on like the thirst is real in Portland. Of course, that was back when that was popular and a thing. Man, we are way behind on the times. Well, I'm right next to one of these stupidly fancy went out of business. For lease, McAdam Forbes. But you can see this restaurant is just so stupidly fancy. Like, oh my God, stop being so fancy. They had like a little river running around on the inside of the window, and oh my God, it was just like, stop being so over the top fancy. Oh, Snubble. Something new, well, not new. I rarely find Snubbles, so that's a benefit. I think I have to evolve one, because I caught one of those ones, but I don't have a good one, because whatever. I'll probably see you guys at home when I stop vlogging and not swinging my arms, not getting my cardio up there. So, here's Aaron for the first time this weekend.
Oh, hey!
So, Aaron's putting his expertise in on something out of a website. Probably not going to be completed nearly anytime soon. He's currently testing things out. For those of you that like subscribe to his channel, in case, 20-some, but there are a few that probably did in case he posted stuff. He may be uploading videos because he's trying to get something through a website to trigger when a video gets uploaded. So just in case you guys have been wondering what all that's about and why they're really stupidly named.
Yeah.
But
and if you're paying any attention to my likes or anything, yeah, they're gonna go crazy.
yeah, he's rather than us uploading stuff through this main channel here, or even through my athlete page or gaming, yeah, we're testing. Was it just website trigger points?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. I was in the process of texting Malcolm something. I'm starting to like snack and graze, so I should probably actually eat something of substance rather than chips and jelly beans. Thankfully, I got the jelly beans out of the apartment. They're in my belly. Technically, they're not out of the apartment yet. That's getting disgusting. Okay, so I have no idea when Max is going to be getting to me. I decided, since I didn't yesterday, because videos and whatnot, I decided to come to the gym and do chest, because I need to get something done. If I can't do legs, I'm gonna get swole up in the chest area. What's going on? Why am I driving at 6:18 in the morning? It's story time! So, we went to P.F. Chang's last night. After I went to the gym, Aaron, we went to the nature park. Hey, you got filming there because the car, Bucko was left in the car. So, we waited around to see if Max was going to get a hold of us, and we're like, wait a second, it's like again, 2 hours until we get there, until he gets even here. Okay, so let's go eat. Aaron's like, do you want like PF Chang's? I was like, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's why I wanted you to go to the gym with me, so we wouldn't have to do all this excess gas thing, because PF Chang's right next to the gym. I didn't tell him that one, but it's exactly what I was thinking. So we wound up, you know, going there. We wound up being crammed into people. I either found a bug gym or someone was healing the living crap out of that thing. I was like, I got a blissy like all the way down to like 900, and then like by the time I was exited out of the battle, I was at 2,000. I was like, you are spamming golden berries on this thing, because I fought that blissy 20 times. Like I literally, because it was the first thing on the gym, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna pound the crap out of this thing. I'm gonna destroy this blissy and not give the person enough time to feed it, you know, with berries. And well, whatever. So yeah, that's that. And we finally get, but on the drive to, he calls and Aaron answers the phone, and there's apparently a hiccup with the plans. So we finally get done, get home, Max calls back and finalizes the plans are that he is going to get a ride back up here in the morning, and that we will leave on the Max or the car, the train, the Max, not Max the guy, to go to the airport, because his flight is, as he was saying, between 8 and 10. That's a vague thing, because if it's at 10, we've got time. If it's at 8, we're rushing. I was literally at 6:21. My alarm went up at 6 o'clock. I'm trying to get to the airport. So anyways, as I'm doing most of this to keep myself kind of awake, because I didn't have any coffee left over from yesterday. Not much. I had like one swallow. I could have taken my pills with it. So he calls back like a freaking minute later, you know, like 4 minutes later, and he's like, and I'm sitting here playing No Man's Sky. I'm in like, I got a full beef a la Sichuan, brown rice, and wok chard, Brussels sprouts. I got a little food baby going on, and I'm just like, okay, I'm playing a game that requires almost no thought in a comfortable position. And Max is like, I'm so sorry. Like he's being apologetic and whatnot, and like a nervous wreck, and I'm like, bruh, chill. I'm not even medicated. He's like, well, how about you just, you know, take all my stuff and, you know, give it to me at the airport? And I'm like, what? He's like, well, yeah, because if when I get to the airport and blah blah blah. And I'm like, what? You're trusting me to get all your ish together? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, I'll text you in the morning, because, you know, to get there early enough, you should probably be, you know, you might be on the road. It takes like 2 hours to get back from Junction City. And we'll figure out a time. So my alarm goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning. This is a weekend. This was like midnight. I understand I can sleep a very little amount of time, but even I take a little bit to get going. Like Aaron though. Aaron takes a long ass time to get going. Like I said, I woke up and like I oriented my day in 23 minutes, and I'm already driving with like no coffee. That's something you'd never hear of Aaron. So I texted Max, and he's like, I'm already at PDX. And I went, oh no. Checked in. I didn't ask him what time his flight is. Maybe it's in the text message. Maybe I didn't read it fully. Yeah. So I'm like flying down the freeway. I told Max to get there in 27 minutes. That's what Google said. Google doesn't understand how I can rush. Like, I don't even have any pills in me. This is the first time in a long time I had to rush and like screw up my morning this fast. This fast. I don't have freaking... You guys, that are longtime viewers, see me in the morning. Morning. And I'm in that state right now. When I'm morning on the weekends, I've already like been in bed for a little while, like 20 minutes. Like browsing my phone, and then I wake up and I grab the camera and I've already started coffee. This is like the amount of time. Yeah, like if I woke up at 6, I'd probably be starting coffee in about 5 minutes. Woke up at like 6:30 or something. Well, okay, so I got home, got coffee, got breakfast, like, because as I said, I pretty much woke up at 6 and was on the road by 6:17. I had no coffee, nothing, and I got to the airport at like 6:40 and wasn't home. I was looking at my phone, but like, it is 7:10 in the morning, and I've already been to the airport and back. I've been working on a project. I need to get the itch out. I'm not necessarily sure if I want to make it public, so I might just make it and then see what to do after that. But I'm compiling the entire year of football into a music video. Got my computer under a lot of strain right now. I think I'm like 10 of 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is saying something. But it's all RAM, it's not video RAM. So it's not like having both 2 MMOs open at the same time, because that just fills up your video RAM. When I'm editing the clips, it might go into the video card. Might, I don't know. I'm in like full creative mode right now. Like, I'm not even like technically thinking about things per se. This is a thing that I'm pretty decent at doing. It just takes a side of my brain that I don't necessarily activate a lot. Aaron's getting his shoes on. He's been coding a project, I guess. I guess we're both working on projects I don't necessarily want to announce right now. I mean, I kind of announced mine, but I haven't said what music it is, how long it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been at this since like 9. It is almost 1 o'clock. I've been at it for 4 hours and I've got gaping chunks missing. Look at those chunks that are missing, Aaron.
Damn.
Yeah.
Don't have much done.
Yeah. I mean, here. That's the song. And this is everything I've put in so far. And time down to, in some cases, the frame. Like, we record at 30 frames a second, and if I need an impact, it is timed to the frame. These are the things that I put in the most work in for content. But we're going to mod now because I'm actually kind of hungry. I'm getting that like sip of coffee. Ooh, I'm not so hungry anymore. I'm deathly hungry. Sip of coffee. Ooh, I'm not hungry anymore. I'm deathly hungry. And I'm like, I should probably actually eat something. So we're gonna head out, and you are just confused about what's on your phone?
Mom sent me an email.
I tend to kind of rag on my own race. There were some really white and rude people in there. Like, I was keeping my mouth shut a lot while we were actually eating, because some of them were right close by. Or
Talking about the guys or the folks at the front of the 3 tables, where we normally are.
that guy who just was like taking care of all of his kids with the stool out in the way. Then there was the people, they put their kids at the long table next to us, and the parents were down in the booth on the other side. And they were the people that were behind us, and they're like, how many pizzas do we have today? And they're like, 12, and they're like, what? Well, 4 for us and 4 for them, and then 4 later. Like, the kid was getting confused, you know, and then they're like, oh, okay, so only 4, and like the kid just like got out his phone, like rolled his eyes, and I'm like, you're like 8, shut up. But like the kids that, you know, they're like, should we say grace? Should we say the prayer? Should we do that thing? And one of the girls was like, well, we should. And he's like, yeah, we probably should, or our parents are gonna, you know, not bring us here next time. So they bow their heads and go, grace, and then start eating. And I'm like, you don't care about what you needed to do. You're just following orders.
Yeah.
And I was just like, but it was really noisy in there. And I think because we may have hit that church crowd, but I'm not necessarily sure, because the people that were in front of us in line had like here before. They not from around here. And I was like, that's interesting. Because they're like, oh, what's down over there? Oh, it's a sandwich shop. What kind of sandwich shop? And his friend from here kind of looked at him weird. And I thought to myself, what kind of sandwich shop? It's a sandwich shop. The guy's like, deli sandwiches. He goes, oh, cool. And I'm like, what other kind of sandwiches are there?
I don't know.
Yeah. And maybe it's the fact that we haven't perfected sandwiches, or we just don't give a crap around the Portland area. But we're probably gonna have some comments of people like, well, there's this kind of sandwich shop, and then there's this kind of sandwich shop, and there's this kind of sandwich shop. And I'd be like, what? I can't figure out why anyone would block this thing off. Also, we are like, our steps have sand on them. It was really, really difficult coming home with like a lot of groceries, and I put my feet down and it like slides a little bit. And I'm like, this is terrible. But I kept working more. I basically took a 4-hour break, did my physical therapy, went out and did the bike, came back, did some more. Technically, I've only been at like 2 hours. I'm up to like, I think I'm halfway through. I think because of the various sections I've put in, I'm up to like 2.5 minutes of a 5.5 minute song, which means I'm still less than halfway.
Meanwhile, my project is now does an infinite scroll, which I had never done before, but way easier than I thought.
Oh, okay. I'm going to Chevy's for food. Apparently the VMAs are on, and all the catty gay men on my Facebook are like, oh my god, not that dress, and oh my god, why are you singing that song? Girl, stop that. And I'm just like sitting here watching the Vikings-Giants game at Chevy's thinking, okay, that's a swim move. Like, and the funny thing is just sort of as I was composing that snap, I was like, but that's the thing. They're sitting back, being catty, thinking, they're basically being like armchair bullies.
Yeah.
They're putting someone down without them knowing it so they can feel better about themselves.
And so that they can amuse their followers. If I'd realized that you were talking about on Facebook, yeah, followers.
Oh, that's true. Well, back home to some editing. Maybe at least get halfway. Get halfway, save it, and then you can clean the keyboard.
Oh.
That thing is gross.
Morning, morning. We are heading to my doctor's for just a bunch of checkup stuff.
That guy's brave to go running down that path with like nothing but shorty shorts on. Like, I didn't mind the fact that, he was only wearing shorty shorts, but I've tried to walk that path. It's nothing but stickers and briars because it's overgrown right now. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna get
So scratched up.
Yeah, just because he tried to take a shortcut over to the path, that cement path that goes all the way up, that skirts the nature park. Yeah. From that parking lot, there's a little dip, and then you go across. Like, you can get onto the old tracks from there, but then you dip through, like, bushes, and you can get over to the other path.
Yeah, that doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah. Or he doesn't know what he's doing, and he thinks he can get over there pretty effectively, and doesn't realize.
Could be. I'm generally willing to assume people don't know what they're doing.
So what are we getting checked up at the doctor for you?
The pain in my leg, the fact that my jaw doesn't work right at the moment, and the fact that I've had a persistent cough since roughly 2003.
To me, I've known you for 10 years, and this cough seems to have been cropped up since this winter. Like, you may have had, like, a cough every so often, but, like, this is way worse than usual. Of course, then again, I smoked for 13 years, so a couple coughs every day is par for the course.
Most people don't do that.
Yes, but I'm saying it's really bad now.
But yeah, that's what it's about, and then I'm going to work.
So, rather than take up time and show an inside of a tiny little doctor's office, it's not really all that interesting. Like, Schneider's are way more interesting than these. Anyways. So, I guess that's that for the weekend. I have yet to know whether or not I'm going to make that video public. It's uploaded and all that stuff. Copyright claim is done. Made sure all that was on the up and up, but I'm still just like... So, we'll talk about that one later throughout the week.
Bye.